Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to the range. It's going to be a mostly Weatherby day. So today we're going to be shooting the 300 Weatherby and a lot of the 257 Weatherby. Let me show you what we're going to shoot. With the 300 Weatherby, we're going to be shooting the 190 grain Accubond long range. We're doing further development. We are changing the powder. I was previously shooting H4831 SC. I switched it to IMR 7828 SSC. I also switched the primer. Before I was using CCI 250. This one's going to be with Federal 215. I think it'll work a little bit better. Hopefully we can get something sub MOA. This bullet has been extremely picky in my rifle. Today's going to feature a lot of 257 Weatherby. We're going to start with the 101 grain LRX with H1000. This is 72.5 grains. I chronoed it almost a month ago, and it was going almost 3,700 feet per second. Next, I'm going to try a lot of the 110 grain Accubonds. This one is 69 grains of 7828. I had some decent accuracy with it. I'm going to mess with seating depth, so this one seated out pretty far to see if I can improve upon the sub MOA group I previously got. Lastly, we are going to try the 110 Accubond with IMR 4350. Nosler recommends this powder for this bullet, and I also had a subscriber that recommended the powder as well. This is going to be a max load, so hopefully we get some accuracy out of it. Lastly, I'm going to bring out my 4570. I haven't done a lot of videos on my personal 4570, so I thought, why not now? So we are going to do a hand load that my dad made years ago with a 400 grain bullet, and he's doing a max charge of Reloader 7, and according to his notes that are probably at least 15 years old, this thing was going 2,200 feet per second. That's really fast for a 4570 and a 400 grain bullet. So today we are going to test that out and see if it really gets 2,200. I think it might get around 2,000. Okay, we're going to see how fast we can get this 400 grain bullet going in this 4570. It's going to kick, and I think it's going to be going pretty darn fast. $19.04. Not as fast as I thought, but it's still pretty good.
That's still pretty quick for a 4570.
Okay, we're going for shot 2. That's good standard deviation.
That's really good.
First groups I'll be doing is with the 257 Weatherby and the 101 grain LRX. Here's the group with the 101 grain LRX. This is pretty disappointing. Yeah, we'll have to do something else because that will not work. Let's move on to the 300 Weatherby. We're going to do a velocity test first. My friend is shooting it. 300 Weatherby, 190 grain Accubond long range with IMR 7828. Go ahead. 3211. And here is 80 grains with the 190 grain Accubond long range. Not a good group again. This bullet's really picky, I think, with Weatherby rifles. The velocity is what I wanted, but I'll be honest, I was hitting a lot of pressure with it, so I'm gonna have to back it off. We are gonna try IMR 4350. This is a max load with the 110 Accubond in 257.
Ready?
Yep. Using a max load of IMR 4350 finally got me a decent group today. Woohoo! Still nothing amazing. Barely a 1-inch group, maybe a little more. But IMR 4350, it just, all my guns like it. Okay, it's time for new brass and a new seating depth. This is brand new Weatherby brass. 69 grains. The last time it got me a 0.8-inch group. Just playing with seating depth now. After pretty subpar groups with my shooting style, which is free recoil, with this pretty crappy shooting table, it just isn't working. So I put more weight onto the rifle, and I also put my hand on the forend grip of the rifle. As I said, I got new brass, and so I was using 69 grains with seated out just a little bit farther than usual, and it got me the best group today. Pretty happy with it. I still want it smaller. I'd love it closer to 1/2 inch, but I'm pretty happy with that. Back from the range and just kind of thinking over the groups. I know I shouldn't be as disappointed as I am with the 300 Weatherby and the 190 ABLR. I knew from the beginning when I bought these bullets that it was probably not a very good match with how much jump the 300 Weatherby has and with how jump sensitive the ABLR is. I knew from the start it was going to be tough, but man, it's been rough. On average, I'm getting like 1.5-inch groups with everything I've tried. So going forward, I think I'm going to do a couple more groups. I can't give up on it just yet. I know my 300 Weatherby loves Reloader 22, so I'm going to do what Nosler recommends because I'm hitting pressure way soon in this rifle. So I think I'm going to go with 75 grains of Reloader 22. And yeah, we'll see what happens. As for the 257, it's been good. Not great, but it's been good, especially for Accubonds. I'm getting sub MOA. And I'm just going to keep messing with seating depth. I don't know, maybe mess with some other powders as well. But I haven't chronographed this yet, but I have chronographed 71 grains, which is 2 more grains than this, and it was getting 3650. So my best guess is this is going to be 3525 to 3550, which is screaming. It's a good load. So I'm pretty content with the 257 and the 110 grain Accubond. And if you're wondering why I still have 2 loaded up, there was just way too much pressure, and so I stopped shooting them. Thanks so much for watching, and yes, the 300 Weatherby has been frustrating. I'm just trying all sorts of bullets. I have a really good hunting load. I'm shooting the 175 LRX half MOA at a really fast velocity. I also have the 200 grain Accubond that's shooting really well, so this isn't like a must to get these 190 shooting well. I'd love it if they could, but things are looking a little bleak right now. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.